Following the death of his parents, 13-year-old Mike moves in with his older brother Jody, a musician living in a small Oregon town. But when the locals start to die under mysterious circumstances and the bodies go missing, Mike and Jody will have to work together to confront the local mortician, a strange, intimidating figure known only as the Tall Man. And unfortunately for them, the Tall Man is armed with an assortment of otherworldly weapons and the reanimated and transformed bodies of the recently deceased in Phantasm. Hi, I'm Cinematico Magnifico of AmoralCrackpot.com, and welcome to the Nightly Chill. Phantasm from writer-director Don Coscarelli is the first entry in the long-running cult classic franchise. Independently produced with the help of only local talent eager to break into the industry, Phantasm also has rightfully earned itself a place among other horror classics, such as Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Hellraiser. Though popular as Phantasm may be, the movie isn't flawless. It certainly has some nagging issues that are more glaring than what's found in its peers. The acting is incredibly suspect at times, even for a low-budget independent horror film. The music is a bit much, especially when the same repeated theme consumes entire scenes in some attempt to mask some of the movie's underwhelming, if functional, camera work and editing. But even the smaller, more lackluster scenes serve a purpose. There's some exposition or character interaction integral to the story, or, at the very least, in getting us to care about these characters. And it's never too long before something wholly haunting and bizarre happens. And really, that effort to make everything work, to keep the movie chugging along in new, interesting ways, and in spite of any real or perceived shortcomings, is why the movie has thrived for nearly 40 years. Phantasm is an example of what sheer creativity and a desire to engage and thrill an audience can accomplish, of how talent and passion could overcome a low budget and bad acting. Coscarelli's work holds true to the notion that one must accentuate the positives and hide the negatives. The acting is often shaky at best, but there's an earnest attempt to deliver even the most insipid dialogue with gusto. The actors are never left with nothing to do. They're always fully committed. The movie's pacing is tight. Even at just under 90 minutes, Phantasm never feels rushed. The story is simply basic enough to get across in a concise manner. But it also never feels lacking. We get to meet and connect with the movie's small cast before it all goes sideways. And we're left to watch the chaos unfold in a fairly intimate manner. We're always right beside A. Michael Baldwin's Mike as he struggles to solve the mystery plaguing his new hometown and survive the experience with his big brother. And Coscarelli smartly handles the movie's meager budget in clever ways so as to make the best of the movie's few special effects shots. The deaths are few and far between in Phantasm, but there's enough strange and creative visuals to go with them to keep it interesting every time, and without ever rehashing a pre-existing concept or shot. What Phantasm lacks in the way of a budget, a compelling original story, or even acting talent, it more than makes up for with its charming actors and characters, special effects, and eagerness to entertain its audience from start to finish. This was a passion project for everyone involved, and it shows. Not everyone's A-game is equal, sure, but in this case, the effort and desire is what counts. It's what makes everything work, even when it really shouldn't. Phantasm remains a cult classic nearly 40 years after its release for a number of very good reasons, all of which you'll see for yourself should you take my advice and chill with Phantasm. That's going to do it for us tonight on the Nightly Chill. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and also be sure to leave me any questions, comments, suggestions for future reviews, and maybe even discuss today's movie at greater length. And as always, this video is brought to you in part by our viewers. If you'd like to learn how to support this and other projects, please visit AmoralCrackpot.com or check the description below. But until next time, y'all need to make like a tree and get out of here.